Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 2 of Project Ozone 3. As you can see, I've rearranged our base a little bit, and the way I made it, let's turn on chunk borders here, is that each chunk is, I'm putting two of these, I think they're 7x7. Yeah, they're 7x7 squares with like a divider between them in each chunk. And this way, when we build stuff, they tend to stay contained in one chunk. And yeah, it's slightly better for performance. Not really, it's not a huge difference most of the time. But the other advantage is if we can turn borders off, but it allows us to put all the torches on the borders between these 7x7s, and that way we can build inside and not have to worry about unlit places. Right? If we turn on the F7 menu, the way it's set up is such that we can lose any one torch in an area and it won't create dark spots, and any two torches, generally speaking, won't create dark spots. It's not until you lose three torches in an area. Did I not have it on? There we go. Not until you lose the third torch in an area that dark spots start popping up. So it's pretty robust to, having to remove a few torches from time to time for whatever reason. So yeah, I like this type of layout. It's not, it's organized. It's not pretty, but since when have I been known for my pretty builds, right? Aside from that, our cobblestone drawer is now full, 32 stacks. We can't make compacting drawers for it yet, so oh well. And our storage crates. I upgraded all of our chests to crates, by the way. They're just a lot of wood. The recipe is unchanged from vanilla. So they're now filling with wood. Neat. So let's see what we want to do next. So I was taking a look at getting to the nether. There's two ways to do it. We can either make a nether cake, which requires milk, sugar, eggs, and wheat, which requires, cows, sugarcane. Eggs come from chicken, and wheat comes from wheat. Wheat comes from wheat. Jimmy, you're a genius. Or we can just make a vanilla nether portal. And I think flint and steel probably uses steel, but there's a neat little trick where if we make another portal, you can light it with like any fire source. So like a bucket of lava is sufficient. So I think we can do that, but first maybe let's work on our iron generation. We need iron for iron furnaces. We need a lot of iron for an upgraded cobble gen. So let's do that. And that's what our 32 stacks of cobble will be used for. Let's grab some of it. So it's nice that that we can hammer compressed cobble. And I also want my wand. I used the one diamond we started with to make a chisel instead of a wand like an idiot. So now we don't have. I think the intended purpose is that you use your starting diamond to make a wand. But I didn't do that. I'm also out of iron. Poorly planned. Alright, where's my iron? Because with a wand, we can much more easily, place these blocks. So for now, since we are still in the manual hammering stage, we're going to have to place blocks manually, which is a little annoying, but what can you do? But we still have vein miner to harvest it, at least until our hammer breaks. All right, that's one more to hammer. So I'm thinking I'll sift these as gravel because I think that gives us a small chance to get diamonds already, and we do need a fair number of them, right? We don't have a flint mesh, so you can't get diamonds or emeralds until an iron mesh. In that case, maybe we'll do dust. if sieving dust can get us redstone. Let's see. No, it can't get us redstone or glowstone yet. So I guess it doesn't really matter for now. We just need a bunch of iron. So to save on hammering time, I'll do it as gravel. So this will take a minute or two. Not going to make you sit through it. So see you back when it's done. Alright, I think we're almost done. That was the last piece. And our inventory is quite full. But let's put this stuff away. For now, we only need the iron. The rest of it, I'm sure, will still be useful. And we have a lot of iron. I think each piece gives a guaranteed 1 iron ore chunk or ore piece. So let's compress it, and we don't have to cook it all yet because for now we only, we don't have ore doubling. So we only want to cook up as much as we need. Let's start with this stack. So I'm thinking my goal is to make the iron furnace, and I guess we can go all the way up to like the gold furnace and make the ore doubling upgrade for the furnaces. The next thing I want to do, well, I guess to do that, we actually have to make a set of iron meshes. So you see here, I left up our string meshes because there's some things like dirt, I think, which can only be sieved through string. So let's, actually, it's going to take more than a stack, isn't it? While that furnace cooks, what can we do in the meantime? Oh, one thing I did was I briefly turned our view distance up and took a look around. Far in the distance, we have a few slime islands. I think this one's the closest here at about 250 blocks away. Ooh, nice lag spike. Sorry about that. So, our closest slime island's about 250 blocks away. We'll have to build over that at some point to get access to those slime trees. Slime islands also make for decent mob farms, but at 250 meters away, I think it's a little bit too far. So we'll do something different for a mob farm. We won't build it off the slime island. So anyways, let's wait for this to make enough iron to make iron meshes. Time to make iron meshes. So I'm once again going to make 9. Oops. I'm pretty sure we can link more than 9 sifters together at a time, but I also don't want to end up inadvertently making myself too reliant on this manual process. So now that we have iron meshes, we can sift gravel through this, and this will get us diamonds. Albeit at a pretty low rate, but it gets us some other nice things like platinum, yeah, so on and so forth, lapis. So I'm going to sift through this stack of of gravel as well. And after that, hopefully we'll have enough iron and gold done that we can upgrade our furnaces. So off of 1 stack of compressed gravel, we got 2 diamonds, 10 emeralds, and an inventory full of other stuff. And a little bit more that doesn't fit in our inventory, but it follows us around because we have magnetism. So let's put all this away. Overall, I'm pretty happy with what we got out of it. We also have to process some dust to get redstone and glowstone, right? Because we want to make that furnace upgrade. What was it called? Something like this, or processing upgrade. That's iron, glowstone, redstone, and a piece of nether quartz. Alright. So now we have a bit more iron. Let's smelt up some gold as well. And let's upgrade our furnace. So let's start with this one, which I think is just a matter of taking the furnace and surrounding it with iron. So this goes from, I think it's 160 ticks. Oh no, but it's definitely less than 160 ticks, or maybe more than that. I don't know how long a vanilla furnace takes to cook an item. But anyways, we now get the iron furnace, which can smelt stuff the same as vanilla furnace, but it's faster and has room for upgrades. And with certain upgrades, you can power it with either forge energy or lava, maybe other fluids as well. So once we get Let's check what the quest exactly says we need. Just the gold for this, which is 8 pieces of gold. Almost there. We can once again upgrade this furnace. And while we wait for that, let's make some dust. I miss having compacting drawers because having a compacting drawer, I can just withdraw, go to the drawer and grab compressed stuff and not have to compact it. But maybe I'm just a little bit too lazy for my own good. Where's my wand? Alright, and then I'm just going to do this off camera, make it all into dust, and then sift it. So from that one stack of compressed dust, we have a lot of other stuff. I think that diamond was from before, but most importantly, glowstone and redstone. And we'll be needing a lot of that. And blaze powder, I guess. So let's put this away for now. Alright, so this should be more or less done. We can upgrade our iron furnaces now to gold furnaces, which go from 170 to 130 ticks. Cool. Completes that quest. Next here is a diamond furnace. That takes 4 diamonds each and it goes down to 100. So that's not unreasonable. We'll probably upgrade our furnaces to diamond and then above from there later. But for now, let's see about making that ore processing upgrade. So now that we have glowstone, the only thing left we need is nether quartz. And there's a couple ways to get it. So I mentioned before we can sift through... Oops. I guess if we make the magnetic craft sieve, we can get it very rarely from sand. Or we can get it from sieving soul sand through through just a regular flint mesh. But let's see, is there any other way? I think there's another easier way to do it. We do have crushed quartz, but we don't have a way to make a pressurizer. So that's not going to work. And I think that's just you go to the nether and mine it. You're probably thinking, well, you're probably not thinking how we get to the nether. It's actually quite straightforward now, right? So let's go get our lava, or our blaze powder. And from this we can make these blaze meshes, which function as pretty efficient heat sources. So let's get some cobble and we can test that out. So remember how before it was very slow? Well, now it's not very slow. It's actually quite fast. So now we can quite quickly make lava. And since we're still doing this process by hand, I have to manually move the lava from a crucible to a whatchamacallit these things, barrel, to turn it into obsidian. So if I can I make a stone barrel? Or is it only porcelain or clay? Yeah, this is what I want, a stone barrel, and that takes some smooth stone. Where's all my fuel? Right, so stone barrel takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus a slab, so 9 clay or 9 stone, and I'll need some buckets. Can I make vanilla iron buckets? I didn't think so. These are made with iron plates, and can I make plates on a crushing table? I can. Crushing table now takes zinc and anvil. Never mind. Alright, we'll come back to making plates. For now, I guess we'll just break a lot of clay buckets. That kind of sucks. Now, give me a second to see if I can think of a more clever way to move the fluid. Alright, I found it. We can use Ender IO fluid conduits. These only take conduit binder, which is gravel, sand, clay. And that way we don't have to, use up a bunch of consumable buckets. So anyways, in here we have almost 4 buckets of lava. So let's go ahead and make some of this conduit binder. Sand, gravel, clay. I'll be back when I have it made up. It looks like our conduit binder is finishing up. We have some glass ready. So let's move this first of all. I don't think we'd want it here. And if we can just waste the 4 buckets of lava in it, it's not like it's a tremendous loss or anything. Let's put it back here. Maybe we can do some bulk lava work back here. So that, the heat source, the crucible, and fill it up with cobble. So next we have to actually make the conduit. And then what we can do then is pipe the lava out of here and into a stone barrel. Let's see, where do I want to put this barrel? Let's put it here for now. Let's put it one up from there so I can put a hopper underneath it. And I think if I set this to extract, yep, and this will fill up with lava. This to insert. Alright. And then keep this stocked with cobble. This will slowly fill up with lava. And then when it's filled with lava, what we can do is, if we put a water source, let me do this real quick just so that I can make it a little neater. If we put a water source block on the tile that the cobblestone is currently on, it'll turn it into obsidian. So let's go grab a bucket of water and one more slab. Alright, so there can be no accidents. And what will happen is that the lava will automatically get turned into obsidian. And then when we right click it, it spits it out somewhere. Did it spit it up? There we go. So with this, we can now have a obsidian machine. And if we just make a couple hoppers, we can effectively automate it. All we have to do is manually put the cobblestone into the crucible. So I think crucibles accept input from any side, and stone barrels only give output through the bottom. So if memory serves me right, this should automate it. Yep, so cobblestone's automatically flowing into there. It's being melted. The lava is getting sent to here, where it's getting turned into obsidian, and we're getting some obsidian. So in probably just a minute or two, we should have the 10 blocks of obsidian that we need to make the nether portal. Almost there. Our obsidian is done, so let's go place that portal. We don't have a pickaxe that's capable of picking this up yet, so where we put it for now, it's going to stay for at least a little bit. Let's see. I don't know, let's put it here, where I'm sure I'll end up being very annoyed with the humming sound it makes. It's also 4 wide, which is a little awkward to work with. Let's do like this. And then again, to light it, all we have to do is, I'm short a torch. Let me grab a torch too. But all we have to do is get that obsidian to catch fire. So the normal way is to hit it with a flint and steel. But what you can instead do is, if you put a block of wood here and some obsidian or something flammable next to it to, make the wood catch fire, the fire from the wood can spread to the obsidian, and yeah, that can. Oh, this isn't gonna work. The wood's gonna burn, and the lava's gonna block the portal. 1 second. If I put the wood here, and replace this block. Is that gonna work? We'll see. I think I meant to put the lava one block further down, so I guess I'm gonna have to spend another bucket to do that. Alright, so I think if I put the lava here, and then put the wood above that, that'll give us the best chance of the portal igniting. Now this will still take a little bit of time, since the lava first, has to catch the wood on fire, and then the wood has to have the fire spread to the obsidian. So, we're just gonna leave this here. It'll probably light within, I don't know, sooner or later. I might have to replace the wood a couple times. Meanwhile, let's take a look at our quest book again. So iron mesh is complete. Let's claim these rewards, which I think is all just racks. Alright, so with our trip to the Nether plan, we can either start working on setting up an auto sifter, which I think would be neat, or a mob farm. And I think right now I want to... Hey, there we go, it's just lit. Convenient. So with the portal lit, I can now close this off. Oh, and I guess I didn't even need the wood. The wood didn't even burn up. Anyways, as I was saying, we can either make the auto sifter, or I was thinking maybe let's do a mob farm next, because the mob farm will provide us with a bunch of much needed resources, including potentially ender pearls, which will be useful for upgrading like furnaces and making better item transport. So since this lit a little bit faster than I expected, let's clean up our inventory and just hop through and see what the Nether looks like. I don't expect it'll be a void world. I think it does have regular-ish Nether terrain generation. It uses some, mods that modify it a little bit, but let's just hop inside and see. We probably don't need this many crates. Right, here we go. And we're in the Nether. Alright, so yeah, it is normal terrain. We can turn off F7. And that there, I believe, is heat sand. And right here, we have quartz. So that's the quartz we came here for. Like, it's a little laggy right now. I'm probably doing some terrain generation. There we go. There's our quartz. Whoops, I accidentally vein mined the... Well, there goes my pickaxe. Let's take a quick look around, see if I can get our hands on a little bit of that heat sand to speed up our lava tank. Is that more heat sand? Sure looks like it. Yep, there we go. Man, this is quite laggy. I'm going to give it a second for the terrain generation to catch up, I think, and then we'll go from here. Whoops, just kidding. Looks like it kicked me off the server. Alright, be right back. And we're back. The server seems to have crashed during the world gen, and I noticed something pretty weird happened when I logged back in. It wasn't just like rolled back to when I first entered the Nether. I still have, the one piece of quartz on the Nether rack I picked up, but the terrain's changed, right? Like the quartz I mined was like right here, and there was a giant hole in the ground from where I accidentally vein mined the Nether rack, and that's gone. Like the shape of the terrain is the same as far as I can tell, but the location of all the, the ores and stuff that generated are different. Like last time over here, there was a little bit of heat sand that was that, and that's also gone. So that's weird, and I hope that wasn't the sound of something coming to attack me. Anyways, let's see if I can find a little bit of heat sand again. What's this? Fiery netherrack, or even soul sand. I can use that. Looks like it's still a little laggy as it does terrain generation, but it's better than it was before, that's for sure. Oh, there's some. There's a spider coming after me, huh? Alright, so for now, I think I'm just going to grab this heat sand and we can be on our way. Seems to mind a lot more than 2 heat sand blocks. Anyways, our portal is... Get out of here, spider. Portal is right over there, and let's be on our way before we make any more friends. Unfortunately, I didn't see any very easily accessible soul sand. There's some way over there. I guess we'll have to head over there and get it later then. Right, besides that, I don't see any super easy to get soul sand. Alright, well, let's get through before this foxhound comes after us too much. And we're back to the overworld. Alright, so we got one piece of nether quartz, but I guess that's enough to get us started. Let's also replace... let's make a pickaxe, because I accidentally broke mine. Fix. So I think we can replace this block with heat sand and it'll run faster. But now it's... Whoops, that's not heat sand. That's heat sand. And now it's running at 120x as opposed to the 30x it was before. So it'll make a bit more obsidian. I don't know if we actually need that much obsidian for now, but we'll have it. And the other thing we can do then is let's get some of our... I think we need a little bit of glowstone, and we can make that ore processing upgrade. So the beauty of this thing is, let's put one in there for now, and I'll go make another one when I get another piece of nether quartz. But let's start with just one stack of this iron. Here we are. So, you know, when you smelt it, I expect we'll get 2 iron ingots out of each iron ore chunk. And that is exactly what we're getting. So, this is about the fastest you can ever get ore doubling in any mod pack, and I'm happy with how easy it is. So, here we have it, ore doubling. Cool. So, let me go make, or rather, let me go get another piece of quartz and make the upgrade for our other furnace, and then let's tackle that mob farm. Well, that was rude. The Hellhound went through the portal, and then I think it did it while I was in the nether. So as soon as I went through the portal, it killed me. Rude. I think, yeah, I'm ghostly until I get my grave, so he won't attack me immediately. Now we have to kill him. Cool. Good news is I seem to have kept my levels from dying. Or at least most of them. Not quite all of them. Did we get off that? Nothing interesting. What's in the loot bag? Alright. So anyways, let's clear this out. I went and got a little bit more... Is it more in the loot bag? I got a little bit more quartz so I can make the other upgrade. And yeah, let me make that off camera and then we'll get started on designing a mob farm. So as for our mob farm, we don't have access to cursed earth or any mob spawning blocks or machines yet, but we do have access to a void world, which means just a simple dark room is extremely effective. Now, to move mobs around, my preferred choice is to use vector plates. So I see no reason to, you know, do anything different. How can we make dark sugar? Dark sugar takes wither dust. You can probably scrounge that up. Anyways, vector plates take a little bit of iron, some stone, sugar, and slime balls. So that's sugar will come from sugar cane, and I think that comes from sifting sand. Let's see, sugarcane seeds come from sifting dirt through that. Okay, so we'll have to make we'll have to sift some dirt for sugarcane seeds. But the other thing we can do is build over to our slime island and make and get some slime balls. So how about I'll drop all our stuff off, because there's a very real chance I fall into the void. I'll grab some cobble and I'll start building out towards that slime island. I think I will bring a weapon because slimes could spawn and smack me up a little bit. Alright, so if all goes well, I won't fall into the void. I'll end up at the slime island in 250 blocks. See? Well, guys, I have good news and bad news. Good news, I've almost made it. Bad news, the sun's about to set, and you can see all these yellow little X's. Where, because I decided to use full blocks instead of half slabs, the mobs can spawn on this pathway I'm building. And all it takes is one mob to spawn here, and it'll very easily knock me into the void, because I'm basically defenseless. So, whoops, mistakes were made. But I'm already this far. I may as well just commit to building it, and if I get knocked off into the void, so be it. I mean, I don't exactly have anything on me to lose, right? I guess experience. Anyways, it looks like mobs are now spawning on that slime island because I'm close enough to it. If that... Oh, changed to nighttime mode. If that... Whoa. Oh, is that just where my platform is? Hold on. Yeah, so let's just say a spider spawned on my walkway already, which means the way back's going to be a little treacherous. So anyways, as you can see, because there's nowhere else for mobs to spawn, anywhere that is legal for mobs to spawn, it kind of gets a crazy number of mob spawns. Hopefully our dark room will behave like that. Almost there. I like how we have a mod in this pack that lets us build on the bottom side of blocks. Makes these downward staircases actually buildable. Now we're gonna have a hard time harvesting anything on that island without dying to all those slimes. So let's stay a little bit up and just try to harvest the tree. Because for now, all I need to get from it is the slimy sapling, right? And if I can harvest the stem, even better. Alright, so we got 10 saplings. Let's see if I can get this stem. Well, doesn't look like that's meant to be. If I try to grab it, there's almost no way I'm getting back up. This is such a bad idea. Where is it? Right there. Right there. Oh, I'm dead. Goodbye, world. Let's see if I can grab some stuff before dying, and then I'll have to come back and pick up my corpse. Oh, wait, am I not dead? Oh, did I make it? Nice. Alright, let's seal that off. And now we just have to get back somehow. Alright, spiders. It's you and me. I think when it's daytime again, I'll have to bring some torches and light this entire thing up. Come on, off the edge. Off the edge for you. And for you. That thing has a bow. I don't think I can beat it. What is it? Oh, the shadow monster. Alright. That's okay. We're just gonna sleep the night away and then go pick up our stuff. Alright, let's go. Get torches. Anyways, now that I got that stuff, we should be able to start actually building the mob farm. See you in a sec. Alright, we're back on our main platform, and we did loot a number of loot bags while we were, at the slime island, so let's open them. And while I could open them one by one, look at what's inside, ooh, a black lotus, and take the items out, manually, there's a nice little trick where if you can shift right-click loot bags onto chests, vanilla chests only as far as I can tell, it didn't work with storage crates, and it'll automatically deposit its contents there. So, yeah, it gives us some neat stuff. A staff of traveling that has 0 power in it, but when we make RF, that's nice. A lava charm. This lets you swim in lava, so I'll wear it. Yeah, some other, just generic nice stuff. Wow, that's pretty good food, and I'm pretty hungry, so we're gonna eat a pizza. I was also looking at our recording time for today, and I think this might actually be a nice wrapping up point for the episode. So why don't we call it here for today? Tomorrow we'll come back and build that mob farm, which will hopefully provide us with all the stuff we need to progress from there. So I hope you like this episode. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.